This is an acting class. This is a workshop in improvisation. We're going to be yes-anding this entire time. Are you ready?
No.
Let's see. Okay, Acid, you start. Acid, you go. Acid, you go. You start. You got to
Yeah,
keep me on
all
track.
right.
Remember?
What do you mean? What? Remember what the fans are telling you?
Yeah, I'm here at Work the World, and I'm loving meeting everyone at Work the World. But I've had so many people talk about how much they love our podcast, which I love. But it's always like a compliment about Acid, and then how I talk too much.
I'm Acid Betty, and the talky one is Diabetti. And if you haven't noticed, we have a third person joining us by the name of Alana McGriddles. McGriddles. Sorry, I was going to mess with your name. I shouldn't do that as I
Yes.
intro you. Her name is Alana McGriddles.
Right.
And she's joining us because we are going to be doing our advice segment later this episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I just, all these voicemails came in and I just wanted to be a part of the dialogue. I'm usually just the producer behind the scenes, but y'all have been asking me to come on the podcast once in a while, so I think this would be the perfect moment to do it because we get to talk about other people, and I love being petty and talking about other people.
Yes.
There you
Well, and
go.
also, like me and Acid are just two really feminine, dainty human beings. So it's nice to have a man's perspective, because we don't really get that often
Totally.
on this podcast.
But I feel like I should say that I am also a drag queen, even though I don't look it. I look like Mr. Clean if he went to jail and got covered in tattoos and hair. But I'm also a queen, so I'm not just talking out of my ass or anything like that, but I'm also a part of the culture and dialogue. So shall we get into our Rose and
Yes,
Thorn,
well,
Miss
we're the
Gaia?
Bad Betties, and this is the Petty Betty podcast.
And we're so excited to be bringing you another sickening episode this week. And if you haven't liked and subscribed, I suggest that you like and subscribe now, or we will find you and we will dox you. Well, okay, so I don't know if any of us are actually qualified to give advice to anybody else, but I'm excited just to give my unsolicited opinion.
What we're doing is for entertainment purposes only. If you feel you need help or professional help, go seek a therapist. Go get some emotional support from your family and friends. What we're doing is just for entertainment purposes only, for a fun laugh, and possibly some pettiness.
Yeah, we are not your therapist, divas. I mean, I don't get paid enough for that. I will send you an invoice, though.
And some of you need help. Some of you need professional help. Let's just put it that way.
including myself.
Yeah, including all three of us.
Are we skipping over our Rose and Thorn, or are we just jumping in?
Oh, let's get into
No. Alana, how about we start with you, since me and Acid are not great at starting with a Rose and Thorn. Maybe you can kick us off, babe.
it. Okay, so my rose for this week is getting to finally join the podcast, because I know you said you guys said I should be on it every once in a while, and I was like, you know what, let's do it for this episode. So that's my rose.
But
And my thorn is going to be having to edit Daya down because she speaks in 13 run-on sentences. So instead of an idea that is formed and then a period at the end of the sentence, there is a comma followed by an apostrophe followed by ... followed by it's a lot. But I love you so much for it because you always fill in those blank spaces, baby. But my thorn is
Oh,
editing
yeah.
Daya's run-on sentences into one cohesive thought.
that is word of the week, run-on sentences. I guess it's a phrase. Acid, what about you, babe?
My Rose is that Work the World is on the road, and I got to see my work done. So yay for that. It is
Yes,
finished. Well, the first leg is done. We have a second leg. So that was fun, and you look amazing. Congratulations, Ms. Daya Betty.
Thank you. Thanks for all your hard work. You made it
I
look
li-
10 times cooler.
And my thorn. I don't really. Oh, this is totally random, but you know that I told you that there was like wasps out in front of my house that my dog got into. I thought I got rid of them, but they're like back. So that's my thorn. They're
Okay.
back. I don't know if you saw a lot of when you were here. They're like kind of in the
I
front of the
did.
house. Yeah, they're
I
back.
did. I was like, are those? And then they were, apparently.
What do
Yeah,
hornets
so
eat?
that
What do they
sucks.
eat? Or, like, what are they after?
I don't know.
Everything?
Sugar?
Do they just want to
Something
burrow? Like, are
sugary?
they trying to? I'm like, do you get like, is it something where you could put like honey somewhere else and like direct
Well,
them
no, these are like
elsewhere?
carpenter bees or something, so they're creating like a home into the ground usually, and so there's like this whole. I have a
Oh my
spray and I have
God.
a dust, and the dust kind of works, but I didn't want to use the spray, so this time I'm going to use the spray.
Girl, oh my God, what if like for
Yeah, girl.
Halloween you do a candy? I know I got your Halloween invitation by the way, and I'm so excited. Um,
Are you
Are you
coming?
gonna?
and
Are you coming?
I am supposed to be in Vegas, but I think I'm gonna just try to take off maybe that day so I can come out. I mean, I didn't get to come last year, so I want to come this year. And plus, I want to win the
Are you
costume
gonna be in Vegas
contest.
immediately?
I go to Vegas.
Wait,
I go
you're
to
gonna be in
Vegas.
Vegas immediately after?
Hmm hmm I'm a working diva. I love
Because
to
you get
work,
off
honey.
tour.
I get off tour
Okay.
mid-September and then I leave first part of October. But
Oh, right. All right. I forgot that you're not in Lake 2. Sorry. I thought that you were in the Lake 2,
yes.
which ends like a week before Halloween.
But I
Okay.
was just saying, like for your Halloween extravaganza at your house, you should have incorporated the Candyman movie as part of your theme because you have all those hornets. Have you seen
Ooh.
Candyman? You know what I'm talking about?
I
Of course
have,
she
but
has.
yeah, but the thing is, like, my house is so alive and camouflaged during the summer, and then
Hmm
right around October, everything dies. So then all of a sudden, all the trees, so then all of a sudden you can see through the trees, and all the insects are gone, so the noises are gone. So it's like a
Okay.
total different vibe. So when I'm preparing and building for the extravaganza and stuff, it's totally different because I'll use the lighting to like bounce off the leaves, and then by
hmm
Halloween the leaves are dead, so there are no leaves. So it's like a total different. You know what I mean, right, Dom? Like, right,
Yeah.
Lotta? Right? Have
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, like
well, get the
Yeah.
Halloween.
exterminator out
But
there,
yeah,
girl,
anyway.
because if I get bit by an insect, I'm going after the insects.
Yeah, I would love for you to
Um,
come. Bring your man.
and bring
He
your
or
rose
they.
and thorn, which is what?
Yes, okay. Rose of the week. Oh, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame today. We have a day off in Cleveland, Ohio. And there was a really nice person that worked at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that invited us. I think their name was Amanda. So thanks, Amanda, if you're listening. And we got free entry and we got to see some really cool stuff from the archives in the back. They showed us a Stevie Nicks like silk cape. We didn't get to touch it, but we got to get like literally this close to it and look at it. It was so cool. They had the Joan Jett and the Blackhearts album cover where she's wearing the pink blazer and it has like the blue background. They had that blazer. They had Lady Gaga's the Fame or the Monster Ball tour T-shirt. There's like this look that she has with all these like silver spheres that go around her, and they had that look there. It was really really cool. And normally on my days off, I just like to stay
That's
in and
cool.
sleep. Yeah, but I got to go enjoy the city. So Ohio was really cool. I had a good day in Ohio. And then I guess my thorn for the week is I kind of mentioned this before on our little chat before we started recording, but I was in my bunk on the bus, which they do. We have been told that
Yeah.
they cleaned all the sheets and stuff, and I do believe that is the case. But I did find a contact, like a dried up contact, in my bunk, but I don't wear contacts like on the daily, so I know it's not my contact. So it kind of just like immediately gave me the ick, and I found my own blankets. We're in a much better place, but you know, I felt like it was like using someone else's sleeping bag or something. It just felt kind of icky. So I guess that's not a
What if you're like
terrible
you
thing, but
decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear these color contacts, and you go and you only have one,
they're not colored though. They were
and you
just like the
discover, oh
clear.
shit.
It was like
Okay.
my other red contact. No, girl. No, I mean if it was like a big black
Yeah.
sclera lens or something, it would make like way more sense. But yeah, I guess that's it. It's been a really good week. And I love that we're all somehow matching, you know, black and red. I've got red blotches on my skin, but I got black clothes on, so we all kind of dressed on theme today.
Wait, really quick. Speaking of contacts, and before we dive into these voicemails that we
Yeah.
got from the fans, one person actually texted instead of called in, and the one question we got was about your contacts, Daya. Do
Oh,
you
really?
have them custom made, or do you order them from somewhere?
Well, actually,
You don't
no.
want to say? You don't want to say?
They no, I'm going to say I should actually go to the eye doctor and get my eyes looked at because I have not been to the eye doctor in probably like 2 or 3 years, but my sight has definitely changed. I can't see far away, so I don't know what that is. Is that nearsighted?
I'm not sure, to be honest, because I have
Well, like,
20/20 vision.
well, good for you, bitch. Like, you're like a stop sign down the road. Like, I know what it is because it's in the shape of a stop sign, but like, I can't always read it. So, whatever that is, I need to get my eyes looked at. So, I do just buy regular cosmetic contacts, but I should probably get ones with actual prescriptions in them. But they're not like custom or anything. I just get them on different websites that I find. And some websites will scam ya. Like I ordered these like big, they were supposed to be scaleras, like a neon yellow, neon green color because the ones I had, it dried them out. And when I got them back, it was like a mini version and they were like an orange color. And I sent them a photo and everything to their like, uh, you know, their contact support page. And then
Yeah.
they told me that that was the one that I ordered, even though the order like picture and everything said like neon yellow sclera lenses. I don't know. Sometimes you have to be careful with the websites you buy from. I'm not really, I don't really ever have like a specific one I use. I just
The
kind of
only
risk it
thing,
every time.
well, that's very drag. The one thing I do know
Hmm.
about contacts is that they're supposed to be like measured to the size of your eye, so that you're not seeing the color when it's on your eye. That's the only thing I know. But
Totally.
because I tried contacts once and it was literally like looking like this through like blue, and I was like, I can't do this. So,
See,
um,
and that's why I think you have to get them, like you have to get your prescription from a doctor because I think that's what that is doing. Like sometimes whenever the lights are really blinding, it like dries my eyes out or something, and so like I do notice them shifting, and it's like harder for them to fall back into place. You know what I mean?
yeah, girl, you don't want to screw with
Yeah.
your eyesight. You don't want to screw with your eyesight.
All right, Slay, Slender and Slay. It is now time. We have asked you to call in for your petty. For you wanted some petty advice or some petty I don't know, whatever we're doing. We gave you a phone number and we're now answering your
Yes.
questions, right? Petty questions,
Yeah, I
petty
hope someone tells us
advice,
some petty stories that they've done to other
a
people.
petty
Makes me feel
story.
better about being such a bitch
Um,
myself.
And before we get into it, I just want to repeat one more time. This is just for entertainment purposes
Oh
only.
God.
And we did listen to all your voicemails, but some of them, the quality wasn't that great. Some of you talked for 8 minutes long, and we just don't have time for it. But we appreciate everyone's phone calls, and we look forward to going through all the ones that did make the cut. But if you want, we're going to leave that line open, and you can call back at any time, and we're going to have the phone number on the screen throughout the whole recording session.
Acid, you should be a
All
Word.
drag
right.
queen. You're really good at lip syncing.
I was gonna let them figure out who was talking.
Could have fooled me,
All right.
bitch. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into it. I'm so excited.
Hey, Betties. First of all, hi, Daya. I just met you like 2 weeks ago. Recently, I was blessed by the gay bestie distribution system, and I met my platonic soulmate, and it happens to be, a gay man, and we do everything together, and he's amazing. I'm getting married soon, though, to a straight man, but I've developed a bit of a crush on my gay bestie, and we cuddle and we like hold hands and stuff, but obviously it's like different for him, because he doesn't like women, and different for me because I like men. So I don't know. What do you think? What is your advice? Because
Hmm.
obviously I know we're just friends, but sometimes it does hurt my little heart a bit. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Bye bye.
Okay, wait. Did just to remind me, did they say that they are engaged to a straight man?
They're
Yes,
getting married.
they're getting married to a
Okay.
straight man, and
Okay.
they've been blessed with a gay best friend, and they hold hands and they
Okay.
cuddle. But she's lately thinking she wants more. I'm
Wait,
gonna
this
let
is
you guys
juicy. I
react
love
first.
this.
I know. This was the very first voicemail we got, and I was like, we're off to a great start.
Bitch. Okay, wait. Okay. I think my first thought about this is I understand there's probably more of a connection with your gay best friend because there's more like things that you find in common, maybe, or like, I don't know, but I think that might say a little bit more about your actual relationship with the person you're about to marry. Like, I feel like if you're feeling more like close and connected to someone that you've just recently become friends with, maybe the type of connection you're looking for you haven't truly found in the person that you're going to marry. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tricky one. Also, like a gay man is not going to give you what you need at the end of the day. So like I definitely understand like feeling connected, but like he's not going to be able to give you everything to satisfy you. You know what I mean? There's no
Isn't it
way.
all
I
a little
mean,
selfish for her to be like, "Oh, it breaks my heart that it feels different for them than me"? Right? That
I
was kind of a weird, like,
it sounds a little bit like I have my cake, but I also want the cupcake that's in the bed next to me holding my hand.
yeah.
for
Um,
sure.
I think as somebody who has had many kind of like relationships and girlfriends, boyfriends, all that stuff, I think you need to be very clear and concise. Like, I wish we knew a little bit more about this gay best friend. Is he absolutely queer? Is he absolutely gay? Is there any
Totally.
type of leeway for you to like explore that side with him? And is your current fiance going to be okay with that? Because with anything that happens, you need to be a little bit more communicative with the person who is about to be your partner, because there are certain situations where you could have a
Yeah.
polyamorous thing going. But I think the reason you're attracted to this person is because he's giving you all the things you want without all the bullshit that goes along with the relationship. So
Votes.
maybe don't try and ruin that. That's my
I also
opinion. What
wish
do you think,
I had
Acid?
like I wish I had more like backstory about the person you're going to marry as well. Like how long have you known them? At what point in your life did you meet them? Are they fulfilling you in a way that you feel like you've been fulfilled like to the fullest extent? You know what I mean? Like there's so many assets to that because to me, when I hear it, I feel like it's like I'm not getting fulfilled by everything that the person I'm about to marry. You know what I mean? Like my partner is like my best friend. So I don't know. It's like a weird thing for me.
Yeah, I can't relate because I've never had a boyfriend. But Acid, have you ever been in this situation? Because I'll admit, like, you have a lot of girls thirsting for you on the comments that I see on our socials. I know you haven't seen it, but there's a lot of girls and guys that are thirsting after you saying, "Oh my God, Acid Betty is so hot." But have you ever been in this specific kind of predicament where you have a girlfriend that wants to take it to another level and you're like, "Sorry, babe."
Oh yeah, a lot of them, a lot of my old girlfriends, sure.
And
But
how'd you deal with it?
what do you mean? How did I deal with it?
Were
That's
you
just
like no?
not.
So you were just like
Yeah,
no, and then okay,
yeah. I actually had a girl in college who was a nympho, and she
Mm.
cornered me in the laundromat and tried to like get me to not escape and tried to like come on to me and like physically like, but she was like a little girl.
okay. Well,
Um,
that's still assault, so maybe let's
I
not do that.
know. And she said that I was like
Ugh.
the first guy, to ever reject her, but I'm a gay guy, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think what we can take away from that is to be communicative and not physical with anything that you might want to explore with your gay best friend, and to respect his
Well,
limitations and
it
respect what he's
yeah.
able to give to you and its
It sounded
limitations.
like though she was wanting to have a monogamous relationship. Is that what she said, or I'm just marrying a straight man? Because
I
if
think
she
she
wants a
just
monogamous relationship, that's not going to happen. But if she wants something with lots of extras, like a little Derek Barry action, then
Right.
marry your straight
yeah.
man and then have your little
Yeah.
relationship with your said
And
gay man and get a
maybe your gay man will want
girlfriend
to,
and
yeah, maybe your gay man will want to hook up with your straight man and you guys can have a threesome or something. You know what I mean? Maybe it could
yeah,
be a dipping
Hello.
pool for
That's
all of
that's
you.
and that's totally
Totally.
possible. So if you're listening,
get a bigger
caller, please
bed.
call us back with more information. We need to know,
Yeah.
is your husband to be completely straight? Is your gay best friend completely gay? Are you looking at a monogamous marriage, a non-monogamous marriage? Because there's so many facets to having any kind of relationship nowadays, but we need more information. But As far as I can tell, I think the overall arching thing is to respect people's boundaries and to be communicative.
And like
So
Acid
we
said,
have
get a bigger bed. I love that.
yeah. Make sure if you're buying a bed, get a bigger one that can fit all three of you.
That was a good warm up one. I'm feeling
Little
more.
workout.
I'm feeling like I'm ready for anything now. That was a hot one right off the top.
Just gonna start. Okay. Work. Hi. This is dumb. I can't believe I'm doing this. So, okay, I have a little bit of an issue. Can I give my name? I'm not gonna do that. This might be very long, and I apologize. I'm very bad at talking. My name is T. There's this girl I'm seeing. Her name is A. Very lovely, very darling, very hot. She wants to fuck me really bad. It makes her look stupid, and I want to fuck her really bad. It makes me look stupid. That's not an issue. That's totally great. The issue arises where I come from an artist. My family, all of artists. I'm an artist. I draw. I write. It's all. We're all artists. My issue with her, I love her so dearly, is that she uses AI incessantly, like an annoying amount, to the point that I always find AI killer because one, grow the environment. Two, it makes you look like a lazy fucking loser. So I keep telling them, I'm like, hey, literally just ask me and I will draw things for you or I will write things for you. And she's like, she just changes the subject. And it's like, girl, the environment, please. God, I find using AI to be a major fucking boner killer. So the issue arises for me. How the hell do I tell her that and still managed to hit a little bit? I guess that's my issue. How do I even come across as that? This is like a hill I'm willing to die on. Do I just jump ship? Do I just find someone else? I should probably just do that anyways. I don't know. Whatever. It's a dumb issue. This is stupid. Thank you both. Divalicious Divas. Love you both. Die, I should have gotten disease.
Justice
Dire
for
what?
disease. I should have gotten
disease.
Oh.
Dia should
Got
have
it.
gotten the plague.
So just to recap, she's hitting it with this hot girl.
Yeah,
She's
right.
using AI and she hates it. What are her thoughts?
Acid, you start this one,
Acid, I'm
sister.
interested to what you have to say about this because as we all learned last week, you do all the visuals for RuPaul's Drag Race tours, live, all the shows. So what are your viewpoints on AI and whether it's okay to use them sparingly or altogether, or what do you think?
I don't know. I personally think that you can't really call yourself an artist if you're just solely using AI. Oh, guys, I knock things over. But I also don't think that you can use the environment as an excuse to not use AI. Uh, because if you cared about the environment, you could go after Pepsi and Coca-Cola and all the companies that are polluting our world and stop drinking sodas and bottled waters and actually care about the environment. Stop riding cars, stop taking planes if you cared about the environment. So in regard to AI, I don't know. I think AI, for me, my relationship with it when I go to use the little imagey boo boo bops is totally for like inspiration. That's it. Like if I feel like I'm at like a block or if I need like a new color combination or something, I'll go to like one of those image creator things and see if it gives me something. Cuz I like to create in a sleight of eye way. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you know how you see something in the corner of your eye and you think you saw something and you look back and it wasn't that? I
Every
like
night.
to I like to create in the I like to create in that way, meaning like I like to create what I thought I saw. And so sometimes I need help with that. So I think like AI helps me with that. For real.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
So
think
think,
I don't know.
Daya? I
But
think that was great.
But if you're an artist
totally.
like this girl and you make a living, then you need to tell her, bitch, AI is taking, you know, like if AI was
Yeah.
like taking money off of Daya's back for shows, you know, like hologram, like if all of a sudden it was like hologram Daya Betty, I would be
hmm
upset because there's a real Daya Betty why are you going and giving your money to a fake diabetic? And I think that's where this person's coming from, is like, I do it, I'm an artist, I have an artist family, this is what we do for a living, and now it's like you're throwing us away like we don't exist.
I also think it
Right?
comes
Like
down
that's
to just like the ethics and morals. And I don't like, obviously, you guys say you just have a really strong sexual chemistry. I don't know the extent of like how well you've known each other up until this point. So maybe it is purely a sexual thing. And if it's just a sexual thing, like do what you want to do. You don't have to like, get married to this person. But also,
yeah.
if that's something that you value and hold close to your own, like, what you value in this world, and if art is something that, you make your living off of and you feel like that's being disrespected and taken away from you and they aren't understanding that, that's an ethics thing. And that's something I feel like if we're not aligning on, I'm just going to have to kick you to the curb kind of thing. So maybe it's purely just a sex situation, and that's okay too. But I definitely think it's worth like bringing it up. And also it's like there's nothing sexier than like someone that's really good at the thing that they love. So if you're really good at art, be like, hey babe, you remember last week when you AI'd this image of a dog wearing a Chicago Cubs jersey? Look, I just made my own version of that and look how much better it is. Don't you find me sexy? Now let's go fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You can use your artistic skills to draw her in, baby. Get her off of the AI program, and if she can't, then ditch her to the curb because her morals aren't aligning with yours.
But what was I going to say? I completely agree with Acid. I think if you're going to say like it's killing the environment, girl, everything is killing the environment. Everything. So if your like main argument is like this is bad for the environment, girl, the whole world is bad for the environment. Everything we're consuming, everything we're making, everything we're living is bad for the environment. If you were in a hut that was self-sustained, your argument would be valid. Also, I feel like AI is kind of like Pandora's box. It's been opened. So like the concept of everyone closing it unanimously is just not going to happen. So I think as long as we use it ethically, meaning like you're still booking artists to do the work, you're still booking talented people who have knowledge of artistry to do the work, and you use a little bit of AI here and there to like maybe make a flower in an image you captured or a video you shot, then I think that's okay, So that's my opinion.
No.
And
AI is gonna ruin us in 10 years.
Oh, it's going
the
to,
human
absolutely.
existence will be
like,
gone.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. All right.
So in the end, make it all about sex. Fuck, get embarrassed. Goodbye.
Yeah, period.
Yeah, the
Just
end.
have sex and don't care so much.
I just wanted to know if it's petty. So I have these two friends in this big friend group that started dating, and we all have this kind of like unspoken rule that no one dates within the friend group because it always messes something up. So what I've been doing is I've been, kind of like putting things in place to like realize that they're not for each other, kind of like screwing them up, and now they've finally stopped dating, and they're all upset about it, but like they would always complain about each other and they would never talk, they would never have any communication. So I just want to know if it was really petty to break them up. Thanks and have a great day.
You're evil, and I want to be your friend.
Yeah, of course it's petty. That is petty boots, bitch. Oh my god.
I want to know if they've been tested for narcissistic personality disorder. That's what I want to know.
Oh my god. No.
But they did it for the group. They did it for the friend group.
The betterment of what is that called? What's that class you take? Is it sociology where it's like, do you do one thing that benefits an entire group, or would you do something that just benefits yourself? It's like a question like that, I feel like. It's like, is the friend group going to I mean, friends are forever, just like a partner is, I guess. But I also look at it as a perspective of like maybe dating your friend is the best thing that could happen because maybe they know everything about you. You don't have to do any explaining. You know what I mean?
Well, not while this person's around because they're going to break them up. So it ain't going to happen.
Also, I feel
it don't matter.
I feel like all friends complain about each other to their other friends.
Oh, totally.
I want to know. I want to know how bad this what arguments were, or this, like, shade was, because it kind of comes with the territory of a friend group. And I don't try to break people up. I love being the person that both parties come to shit on, because then
Hmm.
I get to shit on them with them. And younger me, or younger versions of me, would probably be like, "Oh my God, do you know what they said about you?" But now I just keep my mouth shut, and I agree with both people, and I'm super fake, and it's really great.
Yeah, it's like you already know the tea. You don't you go to each of them already knowing what is going to come out of their mouth anyway. So it's kind of like
It's the
you're in the best
best.
position. Yeah,
You're in the best
literally.
position, and there's nothing you can do or say that's going to change their, like, minds about an argument they're having. So I guess the best thing to do was to break them up, or to just sit there in silence and listen to both sides of your party. I don't know, but in
Yeah.
in answer to your question, it was super petty for you to do that.
Boots.
The easiest call we got.
Hey, petty buddies. So I need some advice. I went on 2 dates with this dude around 2 months ago. He was super lovey-dovey, super caring, very nice. At some point, a month passes. We just don't go on any more dates. He's super busy. But he messages me saying that he went on a hookup, which is not a big deal to me. We're our own people, we're still exploring options. But the flip side is he tells me that he took a video of it. And it kind of just feels like he's teasing me. I'm a little upset, but water under the bridge. Another month passes. He tells me that he went on another hookup on a family trip late at night, snuck out, got with a dude. I was kind of furious at this point, especially considering he said he was about to send me a photo of him with his face decorated. So the advice I need is, how do I cut him off while still getting some belongings that I gave to him? Thank you. Mwah.
Ooh, that is not where I thought that was going, but that was a
No.
good. That is crazy. That took me
Hmm.
No,
for a
you got
journey.
you gotta be a little robber, dude. You gotta be little robber. You gotta fake the funk, take your things back, and disappear. That's
Yeah.
literally my advice. I've done it to a few ex-boyfriends. Sometimes you gotta disappear in the middle of the night, honey.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Otherwise,
he says they don't
trouble.
no longer date. So what would be like an excuse, or like he hasn't seen him in over 2 months? And
Oh
first of all,
yeah.
this
Hey,
guy's absolutely manipulating you.
I don't
Absolutely manipulating
know.
you. Absolutely just wants your attention. He just wants attention. He doesn't care who it's from. That's my opinion. But
Also,
I don't
yeah,
know. Like,
it's your shit. So whether he's gonna give it to you or not, you're gonna get it one way or another. And if it's by me asking you like politely, or me coming at your house with somebody, like I'm gonna get my shit. You know what I mean? So
we,
I don't know. You
that
can
I
kind
can
of.
see you doing that, Daya. I just had a vision of you standing in someone's door being like, "I'm here for my shit. Where is my shit?"
No,
Like,
literally. See, like acid, I do agree with, like, maybe fake the funk if that's more comfortable for you. Like if that's how you can get through it just by putting on a smiley face. But like at the end of the day, I would just be like, hey, I have stuff that's mine, and if you're not gonna give it to me, I can have one of my friends come get it. Like I can have someone pick it up for me, but like I want this, 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 this,
Yeah.
this. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Somebody will be there this time on Friday to get it. You know?
Or you
That's
have
what
to
I would
say,
do.
I know where you work and I carry a bat.
who?
Yeah,
That's
do you have
very
his
acid Betty.
location? Do you have his location? I mean, come on. How about you send us his location and we'll go get it for you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like if it were me, first of all, I would try to figure out how important this stuff is to me. Like, is it like things you don't care about? Because if it's things you don't care about and you can just wash your hand, like there have been times where there's people that I want to cut out owe me like $500, and I'll literally say to myself, you know what? That $500 was payment to never speak to you again. That was like
Yeah.
you, like literally I was like, I would rather give you $500 and never have to deal with you ever again than to deal
Totally.
with you ever again. So
Also, it's like
like
Yeah.
I think you
sometimes
just
if you,
also need to decide what's important.
Yeah, if you get something back from somebody, I know in the past in like old relationships I've had, like when I would receive things back, I wouldn't even want them back because it just made me think of them anyway. So I guess it is just like
Exactly.
what it is and how much. I mean, if it's like your father's fucking ashes, maybe go get them. But you know, like,
He's dead anyway.
and I
You
can say that
don't
because
need
my
the
dad is dead.
ashes.
Okay, so, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but if it's like your back scratcher, just leave it. Who cares? Move it the hell along.
Yeah,
Like,
it's been up his
life is
butt
Yeah.
too
anyway.
short. Yeah,
I've left
I mean,
so many
hello.
things with my exes, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Petty Betties. I'm a big, big fan of the Petty Betties. I'm just looking for some advice because I work in healthcare and going into administration and finishing my master's degree.
Oof.
And I love my job currently very, very much, but it's a lower paying job. And I'm trying to finish out my academic year with that job. And I just applied for a different job that's much higher pay. And I would be a bigger boss, a bigger girl boss, if you will. But I don't want to leave where I am now just yet. But I do need money. I think that's, as Bosco said, everybody needs more money.
Mm.
So, I mean, I'm trying to weigh the positives and the negatives. But do you have any advice for a girl that's just a little confused? Thank you so much, girls. I love you both. Goodbye.
Oof.
I'm
Jump,
think
bitch. Jump.
she's at a job that she is looking to leave at, but she wants to
I think she should
make some more
jump.
money.
She should jump because it's not only more money. She said it's like her. It's like in the ladder, she's got like like a bigger boss, or let's say a bigger career. And when I was in New York, I was like, I worked at Starbucks, and then I got a marketing job, and then I started like working for myself, and it was like literally every jump I made was an improvement on my life, including more money. I say do it. I didn't hear anything that was a negative other than, ooh, I like where I'm at.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
most of us kind of like where we're at until we don't. And then when we don't, it's like a life of misery because we're trying to figure out a way out. That's what I'm saying, jump. Because like if you're miserable, this ladder may not be there. Like jump now, girl. That's my advice.
Totally. I think people are way too obsessed with obviously jobs are a big part of our lives because it's what we fulfill our days doing. But at the end of the day, I truly think you should shed anything that is causing you extra amounts of stress or making things harder for you in your daily life. So if you have a better opportunity different in a different area, a different job, different anything, like Acid said, get out, find something
Do
that makes
it.
you at least happy to make
Yeah.
like wake up in the morning. Like for real. It's
Girl,
gonna
and
make things
more
so much
money
better.
in our world makes a better life. I hate to say it.
Hmm.
So
Period.
if the
Hmm.
job is not like more miserable, it sounds like improvement to me.
Yeah. And you could always make an OnlyFans for your feet. If you're looking for just some extras change, start an OnlyFans, girl. It's fine.
Hey y'all. I was just calling because I need some advice. Um, I just got cut from a theater show, but all my friends got cast, and they're being super, they're bragging about it, like, and they won't like shut up about it. And I've had enough. I just kind of want to move on, but I think I need to be a bit more petty about it. And I'm wondering, how do I like, I don't know, show them that I'm done with their shit in like a way that's a bit more petty. Thank you guys. I love you guys both. Y'all are amazing. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I have the most brilliant idea for this, and it depends on how rich you are.
Oh,
If
okay. I
if
have
you're
mine.
real if you're really rich, buy out the first three rows of the show.
Oh, see, mine
Because
was I hear you. Go
I would
ahead.
buy out the first 3 rows so it looks like an empty theater to them when they're on the stage, but that's just
Boots.
me. But maybe that's not in your price bracket. But if it is, girl, buy out the whole theater and
That's
and
funny.
just show up just you to watch them.
Or show up drunk.
Ooh, there it is.
There was a
Okay,
time where me and my
or
friends showed up to see Hamlet, and we like halfway through the show, we were laughing, giggling during Hamlet, like they were getting all serious, and we were like, like in the audience. Anyway, go what, Daya?
I was gonna say this kind of would be tagging onto yours because you could do this drunk, but if you somehow get your hands on the script right now while they're learning the show, and then you learn every single line to some character, and then you go to the show and you stand up in the audience
And
while the
say
show
it
is
out loud.
happening and say the lines as they're happening out loud, it would be so fucking
Or you just
petty.
speak it to yourself and you annoy everyone around you, and they're like, "Will you shut up?"
You're like, I love this show. I love it. I know every word. Oh my God. That's what I would do. That is
Do that
exactly what I
Or
would do.
or try to work behind the scenes and like rip their costumes a little bit, or like
No,
put props
go
where
no.
they're not
If you
supposed to
work behind the
be.
scenes, you work the spotlight, and then when they start singing, just move,
Ooh,
move the spotlight.
I love
But
that.
what I was gonna say is, I used to not get cast in my high school shows, and a great revenge. I don't know if you have the talent or whatever, but go outside and get cast in another show that's actually getting paid. I used to get paid for my community theater, and then my high school dude was mad because I was
Hmm.
getting work, and I'm like, well, why are you mad? You're not casting me in your shows.
And then
So
maybe the dates will
that
line
would be
up.
my best way.
The dates could line
Exactly.
up, and then
I love
everyone would
that.
go see your show instead. And then if all else fails, the fire alarm is always a good option too. Just pull the fire alarm.
No,
Yeah.
the best part, I'm not going to say who, is like I had a gig the same night as another girl in London, and I went to go see her, and she was
Hmm.
like, "Hey, how are you?" And she kind of had an attitude, and I was like, "Listen, baby, I had a gig today, and they had to pay to see me. This is free."
Bloop.
Anyway.
And once again, I would like to remind everyone that our responses are for entertainment purposes only. So if any fire fire drills happen or any fire things get pulled, we're not responsible.
Oh yeah, you want to
No,
hear some fierce New
literally.
York stories?
Girl,
I've
we
heard.
we could go on and on. We could go on.
Wait, I was gonna say
We are petty as fuck.
I won't
Okay.
say that I've done it before, but I've heard a story of where like we rats or mice have been dropped in locations in New York, and there was a
Hey,
time where someone did flood the basement
girl,
of
we could
of
collect
an
your
event.
hornets. We could collect your hornets and we could send them to this diva. We could send them to this diva and they
Oh
could
my
let them
god.
loose in the theater.
Hi, Betties. Big fan of your work. I saw that you posted about leaving Story, and I jumped at the opportunity. So basically, over the summer, I had a contract in Tennessee that provided company housing. I was on a small tech crew for summer programming for an undisclosed location. And it was a small crew, 4 people, including myself. 2 of these people I lived with in the same unit. And then the last person on my crew was 2 doors down from me. I liked my roommates. Thought they were great. The last girl, let's call her Gail, wasn't super close with, just amicable. You know, I didn't want to really stir the pot that much. But I was in a group chat with her, one of my roommates, and a couple of our other friends that we made at this job. So for context, I am from Pennsylvania. I currently live in New York State, in Binghamton. This is important. I live in Binghamton, New York. And Gail is from Alabama, raised in Alabama. And then as a teenager, she moved to Rochester, and now she lives in the Albany-ish, New Paltz-ish area. And she brings it up
Upstate New
Just
York.
fucking
there.
constantly, as if no one has ever been from New York ever. But either way, we were talking in our little group chat about like, you know, getting certain food items you can buy at our jobs, and it's like they have good food offerings and like seasonal things as well. I personally think that they're overpriced considering that you get a small portion or they're just not that good. And, you know, she replies to me with my negativity about this. She says, I do hold restaurant prices to upstate New York standards, though, so everything that's a full meal down here feels super cheap to me. It's $20 for a quarter-pound meal at McDonald's back home, lol, which is not true. To which I reply, girl, I live upstate too. I fear you're just getting robbed in broad daylight. And then in a group chat of our peers and friends, she texts out, in the middle of the day, I live in poor folk upstate. I'm in the capital. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are calling me fucking poor? So I was so mad that I was pacing around my room fuming like a cage dog. And then I chose to take the high road because there was like a month left on this job. And I didn't want to take her by the ponytail and slam her into the fucking concrete. But I do kind of wish that I was a little petty. So what would you guys do if you were in my situation? Thank you so much.
What could you do?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I would ask.
I know what she could do. I know what she could do.
What?
I would send her $100 gift certificate to McDonald's and write on it, since you say you can't afford McDonald's, here's a little something to help you along.
Girl.
That's what I would do, because money talks, baby.
So they were basically just saying that the food where these people are is so much cheaper than back home, and like, am I understanding that correctly?
Basically, the person she's complaining about was just, she says how she's from New York and she's from the capital and things are so cheap here, all these things, and bragging, and then she called her poor on top of all that, and that was just
because
too
of
much.
the location in New York. Like, they're both from New York. They both live in New York. But because one is in the capital of New York, it's somehow more expensive, but it's not. It's actually more like rural and resident. It's not Manhattan, boo boo baby bear.
Yeah.
All I would say is there's, a website called Dick in a Box, and just send her a nice big chocolate dick. I don't know.
I mean, God, it's like, what's that Kourtney Kardashian meme where she's like, Kim, there's people that are dying. Like, that's literally how I feel listening to this recording. You know what I mean? It's like, some people can't even afford like a bag of chips. You know what I mean? So I don't know, that the braggadociousness is really petty on their end, though.
Also, like, I feel like it's very something that you could have escalated to HR while you were still working the job, but now it's a little too late. So the best thing you can do right now is send a dick in a box, like Acid Betty said, or send them a McDonald's gift card for the McDonald's that they can't afford. I literally would write a little handwritten note and say, since you said you can't afford McDonald's with $20 hamburgers, here's $100 for you, babe. Signed from the poor neighborhood.
You should send them a gift card to McDonald's for something that you can't buy anything from McDonald's, like whatever the cheapest item is. If the cheapest item is $1.99, give them $1.89.
Do you remember those?
That is so good.
Do you remember those coupons that they would do during like Halloween at McDonald's back in like the early 2000s for like a free ice cream cone or a free bag of cookies? Go online, go to eBay, and buy those old coupons, and then get like one of those booklets, and then gift it to them.
Send her an entire package of expired McDonald's coupons that she can't use.
Exactly.
I'm so on board with that.
Or there are people that buy old McDonald's fries and then they see how long that they can sit without like decomposing fully. And so there are people online that sell like years and years old bags of McDonald's food. Buy a bag of really old McDonald's food for a lot of money, screenshot that receipt, and send them that bag of old McDonald's food and the screenshotted receipt of how expensive that shit was.
Why is it all McDonald's? Why is it all genocidal McDonald's?
Well, they were talking about McDonald's, girl. I don't know. I guess that's the only thing they have in upstate New York, apparently.
I was talking to this guy for like a really long time, and I guess we're still talking now, but
I have a boyfriend currently. So my boyfriend currently, we just begun dating. It's very nice, very sweet. I love it a lot. But I had requested $25 out of the blue to the old guy I was talking to. Let's call him James. And my current boyfriend is David. Well, James sent me $5 and then asked me for feet pics. So obviously, in response to the $25, I have to give him the feet pics. I gave him the feet pics, and then David found out about it, my boyfriend. And so I just sort of want to know, is he right in being upset that I sent feet pics for $25 and might do it again? Because I did use that $25 to buy him something. So let me know, Petty Betties. Yes, God.
First of
That
all,
was amazing.
you
That
did
was
not have to
amazing.
send him feet pics.
That was amazing.
Oh no.
Well, first of all, I want to know what you
I
bought with
love
that
how he was like,
$25.
obviously I had to send them.
Girl, of
Yeah, what
course
did you buy
it was
him?
their
McDonald's. You got a McDonald's.
literally in
I'd like to
upstate New
know
York.
how many pictures for $25. So is that $5 a pic or something? Like that's like a cheap rate.
Right. And are there sexier
I
parts
mean,
of your foot that you can take photos of that
yeah.
like are worth more money? Because like maybe your boyfriend shouldn't be that mad because there's more explicit parts of your toes. Like if you spread apart your individual toes and
Yeah.
took pictures of those crevices, that would be way more money. So I think you should be shooting for more money, honey. Like honestly, $25, like at least get $100 out of it, bitch. Spread them toes apart. What the fuck?
Yeah. I would have said 50. I would have said $50.
Yeah,
I think your
baby.
Yeah, but
boyfriend's mad because you're not charging enough.
yeah,
That's the
also
real
like
tea.
I don't know, like they're just pictures. Like do you not have social media? Have you never posted a foot pic like at the beach or like, at a pool somewhere? Like it's there or already. What's the point? What's the difference in making a little money off it? The only issue I have is that you said you had to send it to him. You didn't have to send it to him. You could have been like, "Thank you for the money. Have a nice life. Goodbye." But I don't
Yeah,
know.
you should have
I
just
don't know.
blocked him
Well,
after
he
he
had
sent
to
you the
because
payment.
then he had to continue the money.
Yeah, no.
$25? No, you get more money. You don't block until you get at least 100. That's crazy.
Well, those phone calls just kept getting better and crazier, and I loved doing this. So we're definitely going to do more episodes in the near future where we listen to voicemails that have already been called in and have not been responded to. But if you would still like to input a question or a comment or a petty story yourself, you can do so by calling that same exact phone number that we posted this past week. Got anything to add, sister?
I'm not sure if you mentioned a lot of McGriddles, but we want to say props to a lot of McGriddles. Thank you for joining us. She will be coming back whenever the fuck she wants. Probably every time we do advice and whenever she's got something to say. She always got something to say. That's why we wanted her on the pod this week. Don't forget
Yeah,
to
look
go
at
to our
that mouth.
website at thebadbetties.com. Subscribe and do all that stuff to the Petty Betty podcast and tune in next week and call our phone number.
Hello, petty people. Thank you for listening to the Petty Betty podcast.
Hit that like and subscribe button, diva. Also, call 347-687-8585.
And leave us a message to be listened to live on the Petty Betty podcast. Want advice? Tell us some drama.
We can't wait to hear from you, sister.